channel. So two things before we get into today's video. The first being the most obvious, I dyed my hair. I recently broke up with my boyfriend and I just feel not in control of my life right now. So the obvious thing to do was to dye my hair, you know what I'm saying? And the second thing, in my Black Craft Cult video, I had said that the shirts that I bought were probably going to be too big for me. And I'm actually wearing one now. I'm wearing this one. After I put them through the wash and everything, they shrunk down to a very comfortable size for me. I like baggier clothes, so these do fit a little looser. So if you're not into loose fitting clothes, then definitely order probably 2 sizes smaller than you already are. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to get that out there. I'm doing another paranormal storytime video today. It's gonna focus on the events that happened after me and my family moved into our house. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. We finally were able to move into our house on F.E. Warren Air Force Base. And it was a good sized house. Like, it had 4 stories. It had a basement, main level, bedroom level, and then an attic. And it was me, my parents, and then one of my older sisters. So when we initially moved in, there were certain places in the house that I was scared to go into. The house itself just had a weird energy, and I wasn't the only one who felt it. Many people who entered the house felt it as well. The main place that had the most negative energy for me and my mom and my sister, where we all experienced it, was in our back staircase. So our house, like, we have, you know, the front entryway and stuff, and we have a staircase right to your left as soon as you go into the house that goes up into the level with the bedrooms. Well, there's like a long hallway, and then all the rooms are on either side of the hallway. And when you got to the back of the hallway to your right is another staircase that leads up into the attic and then down into our kitchen. So I personally avoided using that staircase as much as I could, because there was something, the only word I can describe it is evil. There was something evil on that staircase. It kind of spiraled up a little bit, so like you could see through the slats as you were going into the staircase to either go up or downstairs, right? So anytime I would use the back staircase to go down into the kitchen or whatever, I would always feel this presence sitting right at the top of the staircase, like, and I could feel it like looking at me through the slats, and it was, in my opinion, dangerous and evil, because every time I would use that back staircase, I, for whatever reason, was afraid that I was going to get pushed, or I was going to fall down the stairs, or I was going to get hurt. And I was just generally uncomfortable being in that area, because the energy and the presence was so extreme and so malevolent that I didn't feel safe using that staircase. And that seems so odd, but it was true. And I talked to my mom about it at a later time, and she said she felt the exact same way. So again, that's another like presence energy experience that I have felt that she also has felt too. So that's how I knew I definitely wasn't crazy. There was a door that would close off the staircase, so it was just the hallway and then, you know, the doorway and then the staircase. And I had to remember to close that door literally before the sunset, or I could not go to the back of the hallway. And the bathroom was near the back part of the hallway, and as you're entering into the bathroom, you can clearly see the staircase. And if that door was not closed, I would not use the bathroom at all that night, because I was too afraid. I personally felt the presence move from the top of the staircase to like the little landing that was on the staircase. And anytime that I would walk down that way, I would feel it like peering into the hallway, and it never entered anywhere else. It just kind of stayed on that staircase. But in any case, it was truly terrifying. There was one time, so that was one of my first kind of like what the heck experiences in the house. The next one, and I have experienced something similar to this 2 other times, but I will get to those later, probably in a different video. So I was sitting in my room unpacking, and my room was right across from my parents' room. So I had my door open, my dad had his door open, him and my older sister were sitting in there just talking. And I looked up briefly into the hallway and saw my mom walk past my room, and I didn't think anything of it because it was, just my mom. And I remember this so clearly because my mom was wearing a red shirt that day. And what I thought was my mom that walked by my room was also wearing a red shirt. So I just kind of let it go. I didn't think anything of it until I heard my sister tell my dad that my mom was downstairs in the living room. And I was like, well, if she's in the living room, then how is she walking past my room? My thought was that she was walking down the hallway to use the staircase to go down to the kitchen or something. Well, when I heard my sister say that my mom was downstairs, it occurred to me that I didn't hear footsteps. The whole house was hardwood floor, and there was not a single place in that house that you could walk where you did not hear creaking, or at the very least heard footsteps. It was a very echoey house, and the floorboards creaked pretty much everywhere. So that was odd to me. So I got up off the floor where I was sitting, and I peer out of my room. I look to the left, nothing there. Look to the right, nothing there. My mom's not up here. So I was like, well, that's very odd. So I go down the front staircase to look into the living room, and there she was sitting on the couch reading a book. And this all happened in the span of a couple of seconds. There was no way that she could have walked in front of my room, went down the staircase, through the kitchen, through the back of the house, make her way towards the front of the house, and be sitting on the couch, at least not without being out of breath, and she wasn't. It was very obvious that she had been sitting there for a while. So that was my first, definite paranormal experience in that house. I have seen apparitions of different things in that house after that event, but they had never mimicked a family member. So that was my first indication that there was definitely something in the house, or some things. And as time went by and the longer we lived there, the more extreme the activity got. So that's kind of all I have for this video. I'm going to keep breaking up my experiences down in more videos, which I will be putting out later. So if you have been enjoying my paranormal story times, and if you would like to keep hearing them, please, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And if you would subscribe, leave me a comment, anything, just let me know how you're liking the series. So thank you for taking time to watch, and I'll see you guys next time.